Decolonization. No doubt about it, colonization left a scar that continues to bleed in modern society. And all we wish is to find a historical precedent, a people that were able to somehow break the shackles and break away from it. We want it so much that we might actually fall in the trap of wishful thinking. You see, some people found the October 7 massacre in Israel to be precisely this event that we were all waiting for, the big decolonization. They found it exhilarating, people breaking out of their prison, reversing sides in the power struggle. People were so swept away by this narrative that they were willing to ignore the violence, the barbarity, the violation of women, and the burning of children. Because decolonization, they think, decolonization is above all that. Now, I understand the good intentions, but you need to understand that seeing October 7 as a decolonization act is really just far-fetched wishful thinking. There is nothing decolonizing about Hamas. It is an oppressive force whose main victims are the Palestinians themselves. The Hamas vision is not about freedom or liberation. It has nothing to do with human rights. Because if you oppose colonization, you're obviously troubled by marginalized social sectors like LGBT or trans people. Do you think Hamas shares these values with you? If you oppose colonization, you're troubled by gender biases. Do you think Hamas shares these concerns with you? If you oppose colonization, you believe in equality and freedom. Do you think Hamas shares these values with you? But if you're disillusioned from Hamas, this is okay, because decolonization is real, and it can happen. It's just not the story of October 7. If you want a real story of decolonization, you need to look into the history of the Jewish people. Think about a nation whose country was colonized generations ago. Its people spread out all over the globe, suffering centuries of oppression, discrimination, and marginalization. A people that lost everything, except for their memory of home. And then after generations, they decided to head back to their homeland. It was occupied by the Ottomans, then by the British, but they fought for their liberation. You need to understand that the Jewish people coming back to the land of Israel were anything but colonizers. They did not come to exploit the riches of the land or to enslave its natives. They came back home. Now yes, we, the Jewish people, we were not perfect. We may have made mistakes. There are many things that the Jews of Israel are very proud of, and some things that we regret. But you know, decolonization is not a metaphor. It sometimes gets messy. The crucial point is, the big picture, is that if you truly believe in the concept of decolonization, then Israel is your miracle. This is what you should find exhilarating. A nation that rose from the ashes, almost beaten to the ground, but succeeded against all odds. And this Jewish decolonization gave birth to a thriving democracy because it was authentically driven by liberal values, by a people who knew nothing but oppression, powerlessness, and racism, and said never again. Israel was established on liberal values. It is the inspiration for anyone who truly believes in the power of decolonization. Now I, personally, truly hope that one day a Palestinian state will be established alongside Israel and led by similar values of equality, freedom, and dignity. But I know that October 7 was not that day, and that Hamas is not that leadership.